Hello, 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 wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to the Nine Hells, the first layer of the Nine Hells, Avernus, as we continue our descent into Avernus campaign. A rather slimmed down and lean, mean fighting machine of a group here today. Unfortunately, Firemore, our Dragonborn gladiator, champion of Baphomet. Nope, Bahamut. Don't get that the wrong way around.
There we go. Yeah.
Is just not able to be online today, but he will be back very, very soon. Do not worry. Now, let us jump into things. Thank you all for waiting and enjoying that intro screen music. I hope you did. It's rather splendid. And thank you for coming and joining our story ce soir. Now, as we are about to jump into this, let me say a few hellos and thank yous. First things first, a massive, massive thank you, of course, to all of those wonderful, wonderful VOD Squad peeps who catch up with us when they get the chance. It's always a pleasure to have you and joining us for these stories and catching up what's going on, be it on the Twitch VODs or the YouTube VODs, any of them. Thank you so much. And if you can join us live, all the better. A big hi hello to everyone that's with us today. Now, also, big thanks going out to Sirenscape for the music and sound effects that you can hear, and other sources of music as well. We have Dark Fantasy Studio, and then over on YouTube, RPG Music Maker Travis Savoy, and also Epic Journey. Topped off with the cherry on top, which is Will Savino on Patreon for wonderful, wonderful RPG music. Get it in your games, in your virtual tabletops, on your stereos for your physical tabletops, if you are so lucky to be able to do that. And with that, let us return to Avernus and catch up with what was happening last time. After a rather emotional finish to the session before, we were flung back to Avernus, to the sands, and still under threat from spined devils that were flying around and attacking with their pitchforks. But our absentee Dragonborn Firemore made short work of them, cutting them down and allowing you to grieve and huddle around the prone form of Terina, the hedge druid, who had been slain by an unfortunate combination of mimic and meteor shower. And as explosions echoed across the sands from nearby, as those shatter sticks exploded, and as hoped for by Mephistopheles, as tasked, you managed to dam the flow of the Styx that was flowing into the pit of Shumrath. And as Chris, the Carnier imp, came back towards you, he found you already jumping into your war machines and just making your way back to the mirror of Mephistar as quickly as possible. And you arrived back there, and you met with an interesting figure, a ice devil, who gave each of you a piece of information that you'd been after. How to save Elturel, how to release the demon from the stone circle as promised, how to make friends and influence people. No, that wasn't it. What was the other one? I'm trying to think what people asked. Thinking.
Oh yeah, he wanted to get to the place we were
yes.
going to be Eberron.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you were trying to find your way through to your brother, lost amongst the spheres, off in the Phlogiston somewhere, somehow. But unfortunately, Mephistopheles would also very much like to know that piece of information. Could not tell you. Now, after gaining your reward and everyone becoming a little bit wiser or a little bit intelligenter, you traveled back towards Elturel with the intent of laying Terina's body to rest in the Cathedral of Torm, the High Hall, where the residents of the city are taking refuge from their predicament. And making your way back there, Lincoln went up first and found that Tarina's sister, Lily, already seemed to somehow know what had happened. Hey bloody, how you doing? Welcome back, and thank you for the subscription. And Alicia, thank you for, while we were in the loading screen there, thank you for the subscription as well. So appreciated. Thank you so much. As Lincoln, Theo, and Firemore made their way up to the High Hall and were meeting with Lithia, Tarina's sister, back down by the war machines, Horvin couldn't hold back his curiosity and read a letter that he had found in Tarina's cloak, and found it to be a letter to her sister, meant for the eve of her wedding day. And he tucked it away in his familiar, ready for that wonderful day to come, and for it to serve its purpose. It was then that Mooncolor, the unicorn, not Moonbeam, the unicorn, as I called him twice. I was like looking back at that, I was like, oh no, what was I doing? Thank God I went back to Mooncolor after. Mooncolor, the unicorn, helped you take Tarina's body up to the High Hall, traveling directly to the crypt, where the unknown champion of El Terrell from decades, if not centuries before, and the body of Pistol, the first of your friends to fall victim to the dangers of Avernus and the dangers of Lincoln's family. And you all joined them down there, and there was a very heartfelt and touching ceremony as Tarina's body was laid alongside Pistol's, and you then turned as Lily decided it was best to make some tea. And she led the way back up the stone steps towards the main hall of the cathedral. As you did that, Theo Brothwin hung back as Lily led the rest of you up the stairs, winding back up through the secret door in the altar above. Theo, what do you do?
Step back and turn to see Tarina laying there. And Theo squats down. Tarina, remember when you first sailed on the Burning Valentine, all of us, and you said you haven't seen stars like you have, and it reminded you of your home in the desert, how you wish to explore everywhere. I can't make a captain's promise, but a promise as a friend. I promise to take everyone to see those deserts you speak of. Now, Pistol, he gifted this to me as a captain, but as of now, I don't see myself as one, and I never was one to begin with. So I leave this here to you. Knowing you have 3 eyes, I didn't know if you feel too embarrassed, so just in case. And he stands up and walks away, and lying on top of Tarina, he leaves his eye patch there, right beside her.
His eye patch, once pistols, Eye Patch. Once Jarlaxle Burn Rays, Eye Patch. A fitting gift, indeed. Okay. And as you do that, you turn and make your way up the stairs after the others, following them up to the echoing hall of the main building of the cathedral above. As you exit through the secret doorway in the altar up onto the main floor, you see them all making their way over to where Lithia and Pasiphae have set up camp in one of the little side chapels off the main room. And you can already see that Lithia has set up a little stove. And there's a billy can with water heating. And all of you gather around. Taking a seat on the mats that they've strewn across the cold stone floor of the temple cathedral. And Lithia's quiet, focusing all of her energy, focusing her gaze on the boiling water as it slowly heats. Pasiphae kneeling quietly beside her, not interrupting, but making it clear that she's there. What do you do?
They're heating like a drink or tea or something.
Lithia was going to make tea.
Once she's passed it around, Lincoln will take his cup and just kind of look to the others and say, "Look, it's no secret, I don't have a lot of music left in me right now, but perhaps I could sing a toast to her." Let's try and make something up on the fly then. Oh, once I met a humble hedge, and her name was Terina. She left her home and onward forged the bravest folk, Terina. And then she was a missionary, that gracious hedge, Terina. She saved her friends and struck her deal. But she kept her word, Terina. Humble hedge, Terina. Oh, truest friend, Terina. She left her home and laid her roots, the named hero, Terina. Raises his glass.
And everyone raises their cups. Lithia looks up. You can see with that she's finally let herself cry. And as the tears roll down her hedge cheeks, she does nonetheless wear a smile as she hands out cups for everyone to raise and meet yours. Thank you, Lincoln.
Yeah, it's the only one you're gonna get. The rest you have to pay a small fee.
Naturally.
Ticket price. Yeah. That's cool.
As you've clinked your clubs and you kind of bring them back and cradling the warm, although you don't need it down here, it's cozy enough in the Nine Hells. You're cradling the cups just for that familiar feeling, that's fundamental, kind of essence of the material plane, just something so mortal that you just really want to cling on to it. And as you're all sat there, you hear footsteps on the stone echoing through the room as a patrol comes back in from outside. They're still patrolling the city despite there being no trouble with demons or devils entering, since Pistol's sacrifice infused Torm's spirit and bathed the city with that protection. You see the group of guards, a mixture of watchmen, Flaming Fist, and leading them is Rhea. And as she sees you all sat around this little fire, as I switch this brother and sister over in the wrong places. IRL brother and sister, not in the game. You're not. As the others go to stow their gear and rest up as best they can, you see Rhea Mantelmorn, the Hell Rider that you met in Baldur's Gates, come striding over towards you all. Rhea, please.
Smile off my face now.
Oh my god!
Happy to be here, guys.
You know, I would have never expected it, honestly.
That makes me so happy.
Like,
so happy.
out of all the picks or like new things you could, I would have never expected it. It's such a big curveball, but it's fun. I enjoy
It's
it.
great.
Yay!
It's great.
Colby kind of knew. Josh will catch up.
Of course, Kobe would know.
Okay, so I walk over, and I'm like, Lily T? Because I can tell that everything's not quite well. Occasion.
Aria. I'll make you a cup. And she avoids your gaze and busies herself making the tea.
I think Lincoln, without really looking at Rhea, will just lift his glass and say, "You missed my toast, but we're drinking to our fallen friend."
I'm gonna assess and like look around and be like, no.
Yeah.
Well, where is she? The acolyte. I'm sure we could do something. Someone
Nope.
to revive.
Orvin?
Right, not. I mean, if that were possible, I would well be on my way to resolving that, but no, she made a deal with Asmodeus, and it's not a contract that can be broken in any way that I know how.
For what? Why would she do that?
Lincoln just vaguely points and his direction.
She would.
Yeah, she did.
I'm gonna turn to like Lily over getting the tea. I'm gonna be like, I can't stay in this city anymore. Everyone is doing literally the will of Tom, Pistol, and Tarina, dying for other people. Pistol died for all of us. And Tarina would have done it for all of us if she could have. And she's gonna put her hand over her mouth and lean on the table. This isn't right. I serve you. I'm wasting myself here, and I'm gonna go over to the altar, below this, and be like, Torm, this isn't right. I am wasted here. We are two down. And I am willing to sacrifice myself. You can't let this continue to happen without me there. You can't let all these people who don't even follow you do your wishes without me. We have to be able to make it. I need you to make me strong enough.
So, you're approaching the altar? Okay. So, as you walk across the stone floor, and you see the large block of stone with that clenched fist on top, the symbol of Torm, and you fall on your knees, hands clasped together, still in their own gauntlets as you come back from the patrol. And you look up beyond the altar to where the vast stained glass windows, smashed and damaged, look down with the scene of an angel of Torm, barely recognizable. And as you do so, a gold light, a light that you saw surrounding your friend Pistol as he was borne up from the bridge and he sacrificed himself. A golden light shines through that window, and as it hits and passes through the areas of glass and the areas without glass, you see the window starts to reform. The glass filling back in, reconstructing the image that was originally there, and you see a huge angel of Torm, wings spread wide, complete once more in the window as the light coming through it almost blinds you. As you wince against it, you open your eyes again, and it must be a trick. It looks like the angel is moving closer, coming away from the window and moving to hover above the altar of Torm. You glance to your left and right around you, and everyone else is looking at the same thing. Everyone can see this. All motion has stopped. Everyone is frozen in place, looking up at the head of the temple here.
Rhea Matolon. Torm hears you. And Torm sees that you are worthy. Go forth. Go forth from this place. Do Torm's will. Deliver Torm's justice. to the fiends that would stand in the way of Alterel being saved. Take this.
And the angel gestures down at the altar, and you see the fist on the altar slowly starts to open, the fingers unfurling, and in the palm of the upraised hand, there is a glistening suit of armor.
Oh wow.
Yes, give it to me, Tom.
I would kill to see this.
Now, work in his name.
And as the angel slowly retreats back, the image becoming one with the window once more, becoming glass, remaining intact as the light dies down again. And you, Rhea Mantlemorn, Paladin of Torm, step forward
Yes.
and slowly lift down this embossed black armor with a single gauntleted fist on the left chest.
Good. Good. And I'm gonna turn to everybody like just so elated and so thrilled and be like, when do we leave?
Lincoln is watching this with like a completely neutral expression. And I think if nobody interrupts him or speaks first, he would step forward and say, maybe after you've said goodbye to Tarina. Come on, I'll show you where she is.
She's gonna look kind of ashamedly because she's just so elated. Her god just anointed her, and she's getting what she wanted, which was related to Tarina dying, but
Yeah.
it felt very inappropriate. She puts down the armor and she goes, of course.
Come on.
And follows Lincoln.
Lincoln will lead her down to the crypt. And just stand next to the place where Tarina lays. And he looks down at her, and then, like, almost a delayed reaction, like when you look at a dead person or a dead animal, you kind of just like compulsively look away. He has that, and then just looks red.
Rhea's looking at Tarina, and it's entirely the opposite thing, where she can't look away. And she'll kneel down and put a hand on her hedge paw and be like, you weren't the first of us. You probably won't be the last of us. I am honored to know you. And I hope to see you. But if I don't, know that you have moved us in ways that are unshakable. And then she will stand up and turn and kind of put a, not like a loving hand on Lincoln, but just like a pat on his shoulder to be like, I'm done, so you don't have to stay here anymore. And she'll walk up the stairs.
He says, stop. This is not why I brought you here. You're not Tarina. Fuck.
Having problems.
This is not why I brought you here, Rhea. You think you aren't doing whatever his name's will already? Saving all these people, keeping this place safe? This is what you're choosing when going down there with us.
This is everything Torm is. This is what saved Pistol on the bridge. Is his willingness to throw down his life.
Pistol's fucking dead, Rhea. Tarina is dead. This saved Pistol? Oh, hey, Pistol, how you doing?
Saved his soul, Lincoln. You wouldn't do the same?
What?
You wouldn't put down your life if someone else... She made a deal, and I don't know the details of this, but I would say, and she's gonna look in the camera, she's gonna look into like Lincoln's eyes really meaningfully. I would say that she knew what she was signing for. I would say that she would even think you were worth all that. And I think a lot of people here would think that too.
It's not about worth. It's not about my worth. I wanted you to know what you were signing for. If that's how you want to put it. It's your choice, I can't stop you.
This is what the Hell Riders train for. We willingly will put down our lives. This is... Knowing that it's kind of insensitive and, like, knowing it depends on the person, she's gonna be like, this might not be everyone's, but it would be my greatest honor. Like, with her hand out towards Tarina. To be able to
Die?
sacrifice. And she'll turn and go to walk away.
Lincoln stays a moment longer and looks down at Tarina. Pistol. Back up where Rhea was walking. No, I wouldn't. Look back to Tarina. I wouldn't lay down my soul for just anyone. For you, I would, maybe. Looks back up at the stairwell.
That's a boy, Lincoln. That's a boy.
What the fuck? Ah! He just turns around. No, seriously, what the fuck?
Out of the shadows. The impeccable suit. The impeccable goatee. The impeccable hairline with its two little horns. Asmodeus steps from the shadows. Yours.
How dare you come here?
I'll go where I please. In my domain. Yours is a rather special soul. Worth even more than your voice. That your Corvum friend valued so highly.
What you gonna do? Take it and set it like gasoline? How many soul coins will you get?
Take it. I nearly did. Until she stepped in the line of fire.
Shut up! Don't remind me. You think I don't think about that every fucking day?
Yes. The burden of baggage.
What are you here for?
Just wanted to say hello.
Uh-huh. No ulterior motives, none at all.
I was just worried that your resolve might be shaken. Still
Resolve.
playing the long game? I do hope you're still up for rescuing this little cluster of habitation.
They don't need to be down there. If freeing them is on the way to what I need, then I guess I'll do that, won't I?
What is it that
But Lincoln
you...
looks a little bit pained as he says that.
Okay. What is it that you need, Lincoln?
The Kalashtar.
A Kalashtar?
Yeah. And some fucking peace and quiet. God. An Oxrian dead. In the most miserable way possible. That would be delectable.
Feels good, doesn't it? Just even thinking about revenge.
To see you. You're not subtle.
I don't have to be. Just lay it on the line. Here's the price for what you're asking for. And then I deliver. Any requests?
Yeah, one. Go away.
Very well. Till another day.
Well, you're never far, are you? I suppose you'll be keeping an eye.
Oh, indeed. Toodaloo.
Good to know I can flip you off anytime I want then.
There's no answer.
Fucking knew it. Lincoln does! He gives him the bird! And then he leaves. I'm not gonna do it, because that's impolite to John. But Lincoln does.
I almost did too. When it first happened, I was like, no!
Lincoln stamps his foot and then goes upstairs, because that's what I think he would.
Okay. Rhea.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my name now.
It is.
That's
That's you. That's you. Welcome back. It's good to have you back. You make your way up the stairs back to the cathedral. And there, at the base of the altar, lies a rather fancy-looking suit of armor.
Can I interject here?
Yes, Owen.
So Rhea does see the very fancy suit of armor. And
Have you taken it to pieces?
No. And it is, it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. it looks almost like out of character. It looks almost like holograms, like kind of glyphs, just like floating around the armor. And he's just kind of sitting cross-legged, like kind of waving his hands around it, and not saying anything, not writing anything, just kind of sitting there, like feeling the armor. And when he senses everyone, like when he senses Lincoln and Rhea come back up the stairs, he'll, without looking away from the armor, he'll kind of say like, it's been a long time since I've done something like this. I haven't really felt the need. Not since the wood. Things have been a little bit stressful lately, no?
Are you talking to Rhea and Lincoln?
Yeah, just like to the room.
I'd be like, what are you doing? And like stomp over, because all I see is just Corvin's back. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Do not. That has the aura of Torm on it. And I'm gonna come over and like.
Oh, I'm aware.
Shoo him away as if he is a pest crow.
He doesn't move. And he'll again, without looking away, he's like, no, I assure you, I've done nothing to the armor. I don't intend to. I just, back in the wood, whenever I would get stressed, I would sneak into the Alderheart and, I guess you could call this a form of meditation. The wild magic, I have no control over it. I mean, everyone else has seen that. This is about the only thing I do have total control over. It's just nice to feel the magic. As silly as that sounds. And he'll kind of clap his hands together and all the glyphs just like kind of tink out of existence, and he'll stand up and just say, all yours.
Rhea completely, like, after going down to the crypt, completely somber all over, lifts the armor and turns to the party and is like, be back then, and walks out to go dress herself. I can't think of another word.
Right, yeah.
Like, to go...
Equip the armor.
Don
There
the
you
armor.
go, thank you. Right,
Yes.
there's the word. I used to be a hedge that could not wear clothes because of spikes, so I'm not used to
True.
the verbs that you use.
That is true.
She always had a very fancy cloak, I think.
That's true.
And
That is
I don't
true.
know what it is with your characters and me adding bows to them, but like bows. A big bow. I can't help it. I have a problem.
Okay.
An insatiable desire.
Well, Rhea Mantelmorn, if you would like to refresh your character sheets, there is a new set of armor. A new set of
Ooh.
Mizium armor.
What is that even?
Not
Yes.
not meant for this world, but Tom pulled some strings.
Oh, yo, I wanted to say that angel sounded like, you know when, in Back to the Future, the dude comes
Yes.
on and he's like pretending to be an alien? That's what the angel sounded like, for sure.
Ah.
Yeah, Josh, it
I
is.
love it. That's what I can imagine it. I can hear it almost.
We like to blur the setting boundaries around here.
Mhm.
This is a magical item from Ravnica.
Oh dang!
Ooh.
Okay, I'm into it.
Oh, I'm
Twit.
Ravnica. You. Oh, you.
Horvin
Oh, you.
is gonna kind of limp his way over to Lincoln.
Lincoln will, have emerged.
Was that
Yeah.
Like,
was that-
frustrated.
Horvin? Was that detect magic that you were doing, or what were you doing?
No, it wasn't any kind of spell. What I wanted to do was just kind of like, because the whole thing with sorcerers is the magic is natural, so he just kind of like
He was vibing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he was literally just vibing with the armor, like just trying to get a sense for
Vibe.
like
Oh my God,
those
John.
magical
Hey.
frequencies.
You come around here often?
And he's
He's
like,
mental.
as he is walking over to Lincoln, he's like he has a notebook out and he's furiously writing down like just a list of adjectives of what the magic felt like.
Oh,
And-
freeform poetry.
And
yes.
he's gonna, without looking up from the notebook, he's gonna say, I don't know about you, but I feel like shit.
You're speaking my language.
Mm.
So, my remedy for that is that there isn't one, but if you give up hope, things tend to start feeling just kind of bland. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. If you can't be disappointed, then you just sit at a constant hum. So, lower your expectations and crush your dreams.
Oh, I
No?
completely understand exactly
Yes.
what you're talking about. My expectations have never been lower.
Beautiful.
However,
Horvin,
I
why did I
find
never
it-
realize that you were a great person before? Do you know what? I only think you're slightly evil now. But, like, evil with intentions I can understand, therefore I don't really care.
I can appreciate that.
Neat.
Um,
Go on, what's on your mind?
I was
Unload.
going to say
Nothing can hurt me now.
understand where you're coming from, but I found that keeping my expectations low definitely brings some pleasant surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. I want something like relatively okay happens. Nothing's good. We're in hell. It feels
oh, well, yeah.
like fuzz, like a good fuzzy feeling on the inside. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
I don't really know what to call it.
As accurate
Adequate.
as yes, as accurate as
Yeah.
the psychological assessments are, I was thinking
Yeah.
more physically. And Horvin
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of gestures to his big patches.
I
of
get what you're
feathers
asking
and-
me. You had ulterior motives coming here. See,
Oh,
like
no.
I said before, you're scheming and conniving, but I understand you. Magic. I'll heal
I
him up.
don't need any magic. No, I was
Oh?
simply suggesting that maybe we should rest, physically rest.
Okay.
It-
If we're going to sleep, I can still give you magic time.
Okay. What happened?
Lithia slowly draws a curtain across that section of the cathedral.
Horvin will absolutely panic and like, but not in the way that you would think. He like, you can see that the feathers that he
I'm not
does
ready yet.
have, the feathers that he does still have. I mean his head and like shoulders are
Yeah.
still pretty well covered. They'll start to like, you know that thing that birds do, like
Yeah, I know.
kinda, like lift up. He'll look quite embarrassed and say,
No. I don't go to Bitopia with bird people. That sounds really bad.
No, I simply,
No.
I mean, obviously
Humanoids
your-
are more of
your
my.
magic
This is.
I've felt your magics before, obviously, but it's always
Right.
been in the heat of the moment, so
Lincoln pulls Horvin in close. We're never talking about the. Look, we bumped. That was an accident. Your beak touched
No!
my lips. It meant nothing. Go.
no,
What are you?
I would never. We
Canon.
agreed.
Canon.
We agreed, and I intend to
We
keep
would never
that
speak
promise.
of this again. There are two. You know, we're still in the main room where Rhea can see everything's happening, right?
To say, yeah, Ray looking at all this is like, oh, Lincoln moved on fast.
Lincoln, where?
I don't go.
We're all kind of here.
No.
Corvin.
No.
Corvin kind of like fixes his feathers, and he's just like, I was simply talking about magical frequencies. There's nothing else to be had here.
Yeah. No.
I understand, Norman, but like you said, especially you two as well, we should all get some rest.
Yep. Bye. I'm gonna sleep in the chapel with the brothers because welcome, and starts just stumbling away. For what it's worth, he will give you a tiny heal, just to prove that he didn't mean anything else.
Oh, that turned into so much more, and it was so great.
By the way, for context, because I think this is before we started streaming Avernus, Rhea and Lincoln had a little something.
Oh my god!
Nobody's
Was that
seen.
before we started
yeah.
streaming?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
We were dating. We were dating, and
They
then
kissed, y'all.
yeah.
they kissed.
While the city
And
burned,
got
they kissed.
sad.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
you
that
dash
was
through the burning city of
emotional.
Baldur's Gates.
Ah! Wow! Kiss, kiss.
Stream
then-
saw the breakup.
That's a very
But-
Oran High School Host
Yes.
Club moment.
That's what I would do.
Kiss, kiss, fall in love. The city burns. We are in hell.
Stream saw the breakup, and Stream saw Asmodeus throw Rhea off the balcony.
Yeah.
Last time you met here.
True.
Mhm. Yes, saw that.
Fond memories. Fond memories.
Fond memories.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's something I can be mad at you for.
Oh
Later.
yeah. But
Later.
I saved you. But
Then you left. Later. You walked away awkwardly
Later.
after propositioning Horton. So.
Lincoln might occasionally reference something called Bitopia. It's his coded joke way of saying bisexual, going to Bitopia, because he is in fact. But you see, Theo also went to Bitopia, but like in a very different way.
yes,
So
the
now
place
it's great.
Bitopia.
The place Bitopia.
My character
And
Arafor
what-
Tan that Theo met there is firmly in Bitopia.
Hell fucking yeah. Anyway,
Take that as you will.
Bitopia.
Bitopia.
As great as it sounds.
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
It
with
was
the,
weird,
with
but
the
great.
the two lands facing each other and meeting at certain points and not at other. Yeah, it
Astral
kind of
projection.
it's kind of
vibes.
a good metaphor.
Mhm.
Anyway, Tidra is there.
Oh, I thought you meant in the room, and I was like, she could not see that.
In Bitopia, in Bitopia, in
She
Bitopia.
sees that happen. Lincoln is orphaned instantly.
Disowned.
Nope.
No, Tidra is in
I am an
Bitopia,
orphan now.
as Theo has met her, and poor little Ning, rest her soul, is there as well,
No.
and someone else. But do catch up on the VODs for Out of the Abyss if you haven't already. Now, as you come to terms with everything that's happened today, it's been a heck of a day,
Yeah.
and you find your own corner of the cathedral and lay out your bed mats and things that you have in your adventurer's packs, I assume. And some rations are brought over you by some Jarmic priests. And Firemore says, I'm gonna see if Altis is okay. And stomps off.
Sweet. Lincoln instantly falls asleep, except he's pretending, and just hides under his duvet.
Okey-doke.
Aw.
It's a lot for him.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else that needs to happen before you take your rest?
Yes.
No, I'm all good for my rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's thinking is good.
Okey doke. So, as another patrol heads out into the city of El Turel, just to make sure, you all make yourselves as comfortable as possible and lie down to take your rest. And whilst it is difficult at first with everything that's happened, exhaustion and just emotional drain catches hold, and you fitfully drift off into sleep.
Are we doing? Are we doing this now?
Okay. I'm scared of this.
Horvin.
Nah!
Yes.
I just look at all your faces like, which of us is it? Which of us is it?
Well, we knew it wasn't gonna be Lincoln, that poor boy. Riff-raff, street rat.
Orvin,
Yes.
as you are slumbering in the embrace of darkness that is your mind, sorting through everything that's happened, filing it away, you hear a voice that you've heard before. A voice that has led you to various spots in Avernus in search of tomes. Tomes of lore, tomes of knowledge.
Well, why don't you have it yet?
You're serious? I mean, you can see. You must be able to see everything that's been going on. I mean, we lost a fifth of our group strength. I would argue a larger fraction. We've been tossed back and forth across the sands of Avernus, resolving various favors for different devils and demons, and we've had a turn about. So Tiamat is not exactly in our favor. So retrieving the tome from the tower isn't exactly going to play out the way we had originally intended it would. There is a plan, but it's changed.
Distractions.
Agreed.
You of all people know. The pursuit of knowledge is all.
Sometimes that path is a lot smoother.
Surely you have means to expedite things. You, who are willing to sacrifice a pure creature for your own gain.
That did happen, yes? and like I said, there have been changes. We've just had an incredible increase in our ability to resolve these bumps in the road, as it were.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Well then. It's all smooth driving from here. Get yourself to that tower. Retrieve the book. Or you'll not be welcome back here.
Well, I do intend to give that death cultist a piece of my mind.
And this is happening. Until now, this has only ever happened in pitch black. Just the voice echoing through your sleep. But you see, very faint, the back of a high arched chair with kind of prongs curling off the edges at the top corners. And it's angled as such that you can't see who's sitting in it, but it's silhouetted as beyond it is the faint impression of a fireplace. Firelight that silhouettes the chair and also reflects of book after book after book, ladening, groaning shelves to the left and to the right.
Get the book.
Gladly.
As you say that, your view moves away from the silhouetted chair, away from all those books you would give your feathers to lay your hands on. And your view moves out of a window. The firelight still vaguely flickering inside. Your view draws out of the window and away, drawing away as you see the wall of this tower in which the window was embedded, and stretching to either side, vast walls with similar firelit windows twinkling along their span. And the tower that you have just exited is one of many, countless towers behind the walls of this keep, on top of a cliff above the ocean. As you retreat backwards into the darkness, away from Candle Keep.
I had a feeling. Oh. I don't know if
Leia
you
did
heard
not
me.
like that.
Oops.
There she goes.
She'll be back in.
Yeah. Back to four. Alright, there we go. Now. Oh, yeah. Hey, Doug, how you doing, man? Thinking. Muted.
I said, oh my god, no, I thought I was safe.
Nah.
Full of a talk. Okay. Lincoln's sleeping. He doesn't sleep very well, but he's sleeping.
And as you're wrapped up in the warmth of Avernus, snug as a bug in the hells. That's not how that goes.
Yeah.
You find yourself finally falling asleep. And as you do, you feel a chill. A frosty, icy chill. It seeps through your body right down to the bones. And as your vision swims into focus, you find yourself standing, holding a torch. Its dancing flame reflected 100 times in the various facets of ice that make up the walls and the ceiling above you. All jagged edges and strangely angled planes, the light reflecting and re-reflecting back and forth, lighting the scene quite brightly, but being quite a dizzying effect.
Is there a way for me to move? Is it physical? Is it possible for me to control my direction, or am I being compelled?
The cavern seems to lead away. The reflected light slowly dimming as it disappears off round the corner into darkness.
Well, my name is Lincoln Darkness. Amnesia Raven.
You know, walk forward.
Yeah, I'll play your game. For what it's worth.
As you do,
Lincoln walks on. He says that in character.
Yeah.
That's not to you, John. I like this.
as you move down this corridor, this ice cavern, a section of the ceiling almost seems to detach itself and slowly curl down and drop onto the floor, towering above you on two legs, a long tail, an insectoid head. Very similar to that which you saw in front of the mirror of Mephistar, as an ice devil drops to the floor, looks at you with its head on one side.
Lincoln mimics it. It's not my best angle.
Yes.
Fuck off, boy.
And he turns and starts to scuttle off down the corridor.
Hey,
Yes. Lord Oxrion? Yes.
what the Lincoln just like spins around. He's like raising up the torch, trying to see anything. Instantly alert.
Okay. And you continue to make your way down. And as you make your way down this ice cavern, it suddenly opens out into a much larger space. Your torchlight not reaching the far side. But in the middle, as little motes of frost, frozen air itself drifts around in the torchlight. And you see the ice devil scuttling across the open space towards a large throne, shaped from a single block of jagged ice. Facing you, and seated in the throne, one leg up over one of the arms, observing you as you approach, is your father.
Yes. Luxrian, he's here.
You look better than last time I saw you. Came back here to lick your wounds.
Ah, boy. Nothing sharper than words.
Don't get too close, you might cut yourself then.
Not likely.
Well, you always knew how to keep a distance.
I'd heard promising things.
And that doesn't bode well for me.
Come on. Show your old dad your new wings.
Oh, you want to see?
Yes.
I'll show you what a failure can. Lincoln will release this one.
Sorry, did you say failure?
Yeah, I'll show you what a failure can do. And Lincoln will release his wings.
Okay. And those jet black feathered wings unfurl behind you. And Oxrian smiles.
Failure? No.
At least that's what you called me.
Looks to me like you're finally making progress. Finally becoming all you could be. It's very simple. All you need to do is turn your back on that wretched mother of yours. Abandoning you down here. Turning tail, fleeing to Bitopia.
It's not what happened. You know
Another scared angel.
she didn't do that. You can't convince me of something that isn't true.
Really?
Yes.
She was nowhere to be found when I came back. After that beardy bastard of a friend of yours banished me with his Bitopia poison.
Theo.
Wasn't me.
Cecil.
It wasn't. Lincoln,
Maybe.
I'll just say. Look. I know what's real. Everyone else seems to have pulled the wool over their eyes. But I know the truth of this place. That's like armor. You can't get to me.
Pray tell, learned one, what is the truth of this place?
Good and evil doesn't exist. It never has. You can only go for what you want. You can only... You can only serve yourself. That's what they're doing. These demons who make their contracts, they're not serving
He spits.
them.
And as he spits,
Waiting.
It freezes on the way down and tinkles across the floor.
That's gross.
Demons.
Devils or whatever. Devils then.
Yes.
Waiting.
That's
Waiting
it, isn't
for their
it?
chance. Yeah.
When's your chance gonna come? And will you take it? Will you be a fool?
Oh. Interesting. I like this line of questioning. Yeah. If my chance comes, I'm gonna take it. But that doesn't mean my waiting hasn't already begun, Oxrian. Because waiting for their chance, I don't think you know what I mean. Waiting for their chance to kill those above them so they can ascend themselves. So, if you're asking me when I'm going to get on that ladder, you're asking me when I'm writing your notice of execution.
Really?
We're not coexisting.
Well then.
Praise me more. I'm already on my way.
Yes, you are. And it's a pleasure to see.
Say that on your deathbed. Maybe they'll not believe it.
Make no mistake of the power that's available down here. Nothing compared to what's up there. He snarls up at the ceiling. Just look around you.
I can take you down.
Just
I can
look
take you
around
down.
you.
I can take
Zariel,
you down.
fallen. Tidra, captured, enslaved.
By you.
Even Asmodeus himself gave up on the lofty slopes of Celestia to come down here where it's really happening. Didn't know that, did you? You'll be following a noble line of those who realized what could be theirs. Now, don't worry about these obstacles, these hangers-on holding you back, weighing you down. Your dad's here for you. And he lifts up one hand. And appearing in the air, hovering over the outstretched palm, is a melon-sized, glowing ball of flaming rock. Ooh, that burns. Must have burned Tarina as well as they flamed down from the skies. You're welcome. You're well shot of her. A little favor from my new boss.
Why wait, eh? Why wait? You're here now. I like the odds. And Lincoln's gonna run forwards, and he's preparing a spell, but I didn't realize I was gonna do this until right now, so it's something that's gonna hurt him. I don't know what he might have. He has a 5th level spell slot left. So I think he's gonna cast Gaius. He's gonna cast Gaius on Oxrion. It's a wisdom save. I don't know if it's even possible, but he'll just like fly forwards until he's like perched over him and just like put a hand.
So yeah, you
as
just
close as-
you go lunging forward, and
Like
your
a hawk.
wings, your wings unfurl, and you fly through the space between you. And as you're flying closer, your arm outstretched, forming the beginning of the spell,
No.
aiming for the throne. The scene gets darker
No!
and darker, and Oxrion disappears before you.
Don't forget. Take what's yours. Take real power.
Can I clarify, John? Is that Oxrion or Oxrion's voice?
Yes, it was.
Okay. I assure you, I have a pretty good memory. I won't forget.
And the darkness envelops you once more.
He used to be so happy.
I know, I was just thinking, I
Do
feel
you
like the whole goal of this
remember?
campaign is to make Firemaw good and Lincoln bad.
I'm not kidding. The reason he came to hell was to play a concert. How did this happen? He wanted to tour the hells and be a musician. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Sent into
Bye.
Avernus, dreams become nightmares.
The fact that he came
Theo.
down here willingly. Theo! Yay!
Theo Brothwin.
Yay!
Be happy with your family.
Theo Brothwin. You were the first to wake up in the morning. What do you do?
As soon as I wake up and see everyone still lying down awake, I continue to sit and I kind of move my muscles and look at myself. Really, he's very much deep in thought about, what he is from all the changes and different abilities he gains to like also thinking about himself. And he just sits there and looks at the party and gives a slight smirk and lets everyone rest up well as he walks outside to view.
Lithia's there, walking past with Pasiphae. Morning, Captain.
Please, you don't have to call me Captain.
I like it. It
I
suits
would-
you.
As of right now, I don't think it suits me.
No, nonsense. Why would you say that?
Well, I've never been a captain to begin with, and I'm certain
That's not what I heard.
that's happened.
I had all sorts of adventures on the high seas. The Burning Valentine? It's your ship. You must be the captain. That's how it works, right?
It's Theo Brothwin's ship, and
Who are you?
I see Ethereal Brothron as a title that I don't deserve yet. So for now, as I try and figure myself out and find myself deserving to truly be a captain, I'll go back to my original name.
What should we call you then?
My name? Well, I'm Lee Alistair. I was born under the merchant Alistair family in the upper city.
Oh, fancy. Well, Master Alistair, a pleasure.
Please. No master as well.
No, whatever. Look. Thank you for everything you've done. I know Tarina appreciated it.
Well, there's still much more I can do. And I haven't finished yet. So you can save the thanks.
I forgot. I meant to do this. She totters over, kicks you viciously in the shin. Humblewood is real.
Yes, I'm aware!
As real as that.
My heart.
I don't know if you could see the real emotions on my face.
Good morning to you, Captain. She potters away. And Pasiphae kind of like shrugs. It's like, sorry. But is kind of smiling to herself as well. And the rest of you slowly wake up. Some more shaken than others. And you may all take the benefits of a long rest. And everything that entails. So, the pits. What's the plan?
Oh my god.
Well, right now, seems like bury ourselves in an emotional.
We've just been done that for 2 weeks. Let's stop doing that.
Arkan's Tower.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's a great meme.
Where are you looking?
Patch just posted in the Discord.
So-
It's really.
What? Okay. So, hang on. Let me get something sorted here. So, you get all of your gear together, including Rhea Mantelmorn, wearing her new splint armor. Did you read that stuff?
Yes. Oh, I didn't read it. I just equipped it.
Have a look.
I was looking at the meme. My fancy new
So
armor.
you are. There's no changing your mind. No?
Don't be silly.
Yeah.
And I just
Great.
walked by.
Cool. Yep. I'll see you on the mission then. The quests.
Seeing that we now all rested, we should make haste. There's much to be done.
Agreed.
We're already on the mission. Where are we going? What are we doing? Ray doesn't
Tower.
know. Ray
We're going
doesn't
to
know shit about shit. So
We're gonna
Yeah.
go to a tower, right?
Yeah. We're going to Arkan's Tower.
Let's go. Hearken the way to Arkan.
Yes.
Wordplay.
By the way, everyone watching, when they say Arkan, they do mean Arkan the Cruel, as in Joe Manganiello's character.
Yeah. Jokes, Mark.
So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Just pull something up here that we need. This.
Scary.
No. I'm just gonna see if you encounter any more weathermen.
No,
You say we've done that for 2 weeks. It's time to do something else, and then you're like, but you know, we could do another meteor shower.
Like I said, it was a very, very long and specific set of dice rolls and results that led to that particular instance. I very much doubt it will happen again.
Yup. Shush, John!
Read your stuff.
How could you
Read
say
your stuff,
that?
John.
Okay, so Mooncolor, the morning fiery glow of the sky above, reflecting off his coat and horn, comes galloping through the High Hall's courtyard. Ah, good morning, it is I, Mooncolor. Are we ready to depart? Oh, Rhea,
Yes.
are you leaving us?
Do you need me here?
Oh, I'm sure the city itself will fall into the sticks below without your mighty hand.
And Rhea will roll her eyes, clearly just being like, I'm like so happy to get away from this on the daily basis. And she's just like, yes, all right, well,
Orvin,
you
Mooncolor winks at you.
pop right there on your head, so I'm sure you can lean it up. Let's.
You'll be sorely missed. It is with a heavy heart that I take command of Elturel's garrison. I shall do my very best.
Who is nearby? Is it? Can Lily and Lily and Pasiphae near me?
Of course, yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm sure that you and you alone will hold this place together. Like looking at them, looking at Lily's hammer and Pasiphae's height and muscles, and being like,
And Mooncolor's like,
Sounds accurate.
can I be a major? Can I be Major Mooncolor? It's got the alliteration.
ladies, you are now the council of Mooncolor's decisions because I have to go. And I'm like, all right, Mooncolor, let's go. They're gonna debate their decision.
Lithia glares at you. And Mooncolor, Major Mooncolor, whisks you all away and transports you down to the plains below, to where your war machines lay, unmolested. Strangely so. I mean, this time you were kind of in a rush and you didn't really hide them or anything, but
True.
it seems a greater power, maybe the lowest of the
benevolent
low, the king of the hells himself, wants you to be able to get about your business. And you clamber into the war machines and start to make your way from one part of this plane to the next. Brum, 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 brum,
Oh,
Lego.
brum.
let's go.
Okay.
Right.
Now, remember, this is the sound set that has got one part of it that sounds like it's in the room with you. I think you noticed it last week, Emma, because
Okay.
there was a couple of times you actually you looked around, you were like, was that? Hmm? And I do it all the time. There's like this one. It's a click.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it is. There's something that it just for some reason it sounds like it's coming from outside your headphones. It's really
I will
weird.
think of. I'll
Now we're all
try and
gonna
listen
be
out
looking
for it.
for it.
It's very strange. I don't know why. It just catches me off guard every time. Okay, so you all clamber into the war machines and start making your way to Arkan's tower. Boop. Brum, 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 brum.
Oh, I'm not even in
Grim,
roll
grim.
20. Hold on.
I mean, it's just a cool gif. That's all. Orvin, you got space in your vehicle.
Oh yes. Rhea, if you'd like to tag along in mine.
Wow, where did you get these?
Ah, ah, ah.
Hmm.
We did a favor for a hag.
Hag.
Yes. That's the very short version.
Mine can do wheelies.
It's true, I've seen it.
She's gonna look at him with her eyebrows raised, just like.
Pops a wheelie. From stationary.
I just imagine Lincoln
See?
doing it like really quick, like it's like
It's all like a buster. Yep. It's true. Horbin's my
Yes.
towers.
He's gonna slowly sink into the war machine.
Okay, so I'm just grabbing you a token.
Hey Theo, before you get in the tour bus, come here, one sec. You
yeah.
have been in relationships with women, I assume.
He's married.
That
Has a baby.
yes, well,
Right.
you know, but like you know that happened in like your 10 years or however long it was like 5 minutes for me, so that's like crazy. But I'm just adjusting to the idea. Look, Rhea and I aren't together anymore, and to be honest, I don't really see that changing, but that doesn't mean we can't, you know, be normal. I can try and be less not help. I kind of got angry and did my whole thing, and I think that maybe was a step in the wrong direction. But like, any advice, sage wisdom. You're so old, surely. Wizened, truly. You've aged years in the weeks we've been here, more so than anyone else I've seen. And now you're also on top of that a bear or a boar or something. That must suck.
The DM glances at the screen to make sure Emma's not talking to him.
Says to the youngest member of the party, I think you can take it.
Well,
Oldest
Lincoln.
head, yeah.
Speaking of
You
which,
know-
I am celebrating my wedding anniversary this weekend. By the way,
Yay!
by the way,
Congratulations!
Six-
Love.
16 mysterious years. Yeah, so
Very mysterious.
she's still here. Amazing.
Oh my goodness. You did it. I'm proud.
Love you, Mieko.
Now, how do I do it? Yeah. Sorry for that aside.
Well, Lincoln,
Just kind
you
of.
know you're doing the right thing. That
Thank you.
Hmm?
you know you're noticing that you possibly have made a mistake in your choice of words. You know, and that's a good sign in what you could
Yep.
use to, you know,
It's
look
not
at
my
yourself
identity.
and look at Rhea's words to understand her point of view and talk to her about it. And that's all it is. Talking to each other about it, you know. Linda and I, we were separated for many years because we thought we thought we both died.
Theo, my friend, my ancient friend. Don't make me regret asking this question. You know what? I think you actually do have wisdom that I can lean on there. I'll try and communicate with her better. How is Linda, by the way? I mean, you were with her for what? A lot longer than we realized.
Linda is my first and only love, you know. So I'm going to be honest with you, Lincoln. When it comes to this, I don't have much insight, because
Damn, I really missed the mark. Could have led with that, but thanks for the attempt. That meant a lot.
Firemore glares at you as you're
Pops another wheelie.
yelling all of this across from the Black Parade.
Rhea's just in the.
No.
Watching, like.
Tour bus is out front. You can't hear anything. It's okay. The wind
Okay.
is whistling past.
Okay, good. Nice. Nice
Um,
save. Thank you, DM.
Lincoln,
Firemore, I'll consult with you later. Yeah.
Firemore's like,
Yeah.
stop driving so close.
Uh-huh.
and I know you're not a fan of lies, so you can continue to call me Lee Alistair.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, I was gonna keep doing that, and then everyone else called you Theo. So, Lee or Alistair, which do you prefer? Or both?
That sound there. Sorry.
Lee Alistair.
Either way, I don't mind. Just right now, I'm not deserving of the name Theo Broadwin quite yet.
Wow, that was intense. Do you want to break that down, or is this a kind of you thing? Feels like a you thing. I could start slowly accelerating. Hesitates.
Really?
Hesitates long enough that if he has something to say, he would hear it. That's an us thing. Okay, got it. Very insightful.
You know, after Tarina's death,
Oh,
and
right.
after all the changes for me, I don't think a captain would make the same mistakes I've made.
Steph, you should really change your name on Roll20.
Oh, it's like every time you think it's over, there's something else going on in you.
Oh god. Theo, I can say with distinct honesty that this wasn't your fault. I know this. That's it wasn't. It wasn't. You don't. Yeah, no, you don't need to carry me that way. Leave that for.
I appreciate.
Lincoln doesn't fit into this.
I appreciate the words, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, people can see me however they want to see me, but as of now, I don't see myself as Theo Broadwin yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Orvin,
Yes, sir.
2d8, please. See if you can find your way through the twisting, mind-warping effects of Avernus.
I think this is
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be
a
fine.
4 and a 1.
A 4 and a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Theo. If you would be so kind as to roll a d100, please.
A D100, of course. We're gonna get 53.
Okay. So, Horvin, you're quite confident in your plotting of a path through this layer of hell, and you are traveling round along a stretch of rocky outcrops and dusty surface just billowing up as you go speeding across the surface. And across the ways there, quite a short distance off, you can see the drop-off where the river Styx is languidly making its way by. And as you do so, you see a squad of devils gathered around a demon. A demon very similar to that one you've left up in that stone circle, trapped and awaiting his answer. A large, orange-haired Balgura, surrounded by a unit of various devils who are prodding at it and clawing at it. The Balgora sees your machines approaching and roars out, "Please, aid me!"
Oh boy. How many devils are we talking about here?
2 seconds. Now here we go. Roll me a d10, please.
Sure.
While he's doing that, John, I cannot change my name. I have clicked on it and clicked on everything, and I cannot figure it out.
It's in the settings. The little cog on the top right.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there. Yep. Thank you.
Okay. How'd you go, Horvin?
Got a 6.
A 6. Okay. And Lincoln, you haven't participated in this yet. Roll me a d4.
Hi.
D4, please.
Okay. 4.
Okay, thank you. There is a chain devil, as you have fought before, is leading the group, and there are 5 bearded devils with their glaives.
I'm thinking we've got more important stuff to do. I don't know if we want to make this stop, but Orvin will, he'll lean back to Rhea and ask her to, pop up and shout to the others, do they feel like helping? How philanthropic do they feel today?
Rhea, you're not up for really helping a demon.
Yeah, I'm like,
I would assume.
Do I know this Balgora is a demon?
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, helping that? You want to help that?
I'm asking you guys.
Maybe he worships Torm. That was. Never mind. No. Anyway,
Yep. You're on a bike, Lincoln.
Yeah.
Lincoln's shouting something you can't quite hear.
He's just making noises just to sound out everything.
I'm not here to help sad, suffering demons who probably are getting what they deserve. I'm here to get Elturel back.
That's all I need to hear.
He says as you continue on your way to do nothing related to Elturel whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't really know that. I don't.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
Rhea doesn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My Discord's just frozen, so I'm just gonna quickly restart.
No worries.
It is very hard to not be.
Right.
Ugh.
Okay, so
Yeah. We're just.
yeah, you just go. Okay, you go. Barney, you just yeah.
Now I'll find you and rip off your heads and spit down your necks.
And
And
just
that's why you don't help demons.
you see that the chain devil's just like
Enough.
just lashes out with the chain that just wraps around the Balgora's throat, and all of the bearded devils just shove their glaives into its body, and it erupts in a shower of demon ichor. And one of the bearded devils gets hit by the ichor and turns blue.
Everyone?
Just the one.
I don't
Oh,
wanna-
everyone blue.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, just yeah. Everyone turns blue. That was just for Firemore's sake. A glaive wielding thing turned blue. Okay. Sorry, we're all playing musical chairs. Ignore us.
Rhea, you
We shall
would
be back.
be surprised at how far a favor goes down here. But we have more pressing concerns.
Rhea just like raises her eyebrows and side glances him because she's not gonna be so naive as to think that she knows exactly what's what down here. Because she hasn't really been down here. She's been like halfway up there, so.
Okay. So, you ignore the demon and leave it to its fate as you go
That's gonna come back for us, but I don't.
driving as fast as you can, and after a length of time, a long period of time, let me find where this. Not Path of Demons, Path of Devils, Devil. Ooh, echo.
I'll fix it.
Thank you. As you have seen once before, the Dark Tower looms on the horizon, its black spire rising hundreds of feet, its ramparts bristling with charred skulls mounted on iron spikes. The tower's apex splits into 5 narrower spires that jab at the sky like clawed fingers. Circling above the tower's peak is that great white dragon stained with ash and soot that you saw before. And as you get closer to the tower, once again, you notice the figures shuffling atop its ramparts, the undead guards in various states of decay. And you arrive at Arkan's tower and stop a distance away, I assume?
Yeah, I would say so.
Alright. Now, Joey, are we part 1 or part 2? Just a moment, please. Please hold.
What's the plan?
Well, Firemaw's got some business inside. As do I. I have a book to retrieve. We intend to deal
Let's hit that first. Seems easier.
Well, but arguably yes. I mean, we could very well retrieve the book without raising any alarms. But I am concerned about Firemaw. The allegiance to Tiamat here might cause some friction.
Yeah. Firewall, how are you feeling with all that in mind? Being awfully quiet.
How am I feeling? I mean, I've kind of joined the other team now. If they come
Yeah.
near, I'll kill them.
Yep.
That's the
Sweet.
spirit.
And Rhea, you see that Firemore's
Welcome.
glaive, it looks a little different to last time you saw it.
Feel the goodness coming out of it. It pleases Rhea.
Okay. So my Sirenscape stopped moving, so I'm just resetting that. Okay. So, yes, you clamber down from your war machines. As a voice pipes up. Maybe. Some electricity pipes up.
Oh no.
I was waiting for. I was waiting for the. Yeah, I was waiting for. I was waiting for the cartographer to speak, but it doesn't seem he's feeling a bit shy. It seems.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, he do freak me out though.
He says. He wears the hand of evil, yet his goal remains just beyond his fingertips.
God admit he's got away with words.
Now, what do? You can see the tower rising ahead, the white dragon lazily flapping up in the skies above, the undead guards shambling around.
Should we maybe be a bit quieter on our approach?
I think that's probably a good idea. I don't know that we're exactly in a position to deal with Arkan, which is why I believe that our goal is Krull, a death cultist.
Right. Well, if everyone else is alright with it, park up here and go the rest of the way on foot, sneak in, take out that library book. Oh no. I didn't enjoy that. That was like battle music.
Strums.
Keeping us on our toes.
Right. Sneak it is.
Okay. Can I have a group stealth check, please?
Before the group stealth check,
Mm-hmm.
I tell everyone, please surround me and stay close to me. And he'll like slowly breathe in, and you'll see like the new chest tattoo that he got make that like very cool flowing light from it, and he'll breathe out, and a mist will surround him, and you'll see him turn incorporeal and kind of give you guys cover as he casts Pass Without Trace on you all.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's fucking cool as shit.
Give me that flavor.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Guess what my stealth is?
Is it a nat 20?
I rolled a natural 20, so it's 39.
Oh, shit. Not Twitter.
Holman also got a natural 20, right?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. I rolled a 19. I have a +1 to stealth.
Nice. So yes, it's plus 10. Yes, plus 10. Orvin.
So
Pass that choice. Yeah.
In total,
30.
I got 39.
Good lord.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry. I forgot I was supposed to be doing this. So that was 30 plus 39 plus 31.
I think we're gonna be alright, you know?
Yes, Rhea? With disadvantage?
I think we're gonna...
With the... Oh yes, I do.
Because
Yes.
of the mail, yeah.
Okay, armor now. Scale mail. Magic or not?
I got a 4.
Plus the 10.
Plus.
Plus the 10?
Got a trade.
Oh yeah.
And what's your stealth?
muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, my stealth is +2. I rolled a 2, so I got 4, and I rolled a 1, so I got 5.
Okay. Firemore smirks at you with his 19.
Wow.
Oh.
New. I don't know how to walk in it yet.
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
Fair.
Which gives an average of 27.
John,
Oh, is that
now,
high enough, John?
now, John, serious question. Did we pass? Like,
Yeah, I'm really curious, and
I
I'm
mean,
not
this is
sure.
a pretty well-guarded tower, so...
As you move across the plain towards the base of the tower, you see a couple of ghouls standing slightly lopsidedly in the doorway at the base of the tower. And as we observe you moving across the sands from our kind of detached view here, there's kind of a flickering, and just a gust of wind blows like a plume of dust that kind of swirls around you, and you're very hard to make out, and you manage to flit past the guards and into the interior of the tower. Now, the obsidian of this tower was torn from those volcanoes that Tiamat angrily made erupt in the not-so-distant past. And as you make your way inside, you hear a strange kind of growling sound from up above, as well as a small, relatively controlled-sounding explosion.
Oh, there it is. No. Oh, that's not it. No. I must find the right combination for my master arcan.
Can I make a perception check?
Please? What are you trying to perceive?
I also want to understand the scenario here. It seems like you might be trying to enter like a code to get into the tower.
I go insight instead of
Okay,
perception.
never mind.
Okay.
No idea what's going on.
Either way.
Insight. You still put a 2 on the dice, so it's 6.
Difficult to make out. I'm afraid.
Understood?
Yeah, you're not sure what he's talking about. But it is Krull's voice, because you have met Krull before.
Right.
You just get your tokens here. Because, as Michael always gets very terrified of, there is a map.
Rightfully so.
Let's copy from the war machines there.
It is. Yeah, it's there.
So, as you make your way into the base of the tower, you see across the way, this kind of seems like a staging area. There is a large mound of body parts and corpses, which it seems Krull uses. Maybe, you're not sure if they're to replace lost guards or these are the lost guards, but it doesn't seem to be animated or moving at the time. And there's a rack of rusted and notched weapons, and then across the way there is a dark archway with a stairway inside, leading up the tower. Now, what's our marching order here, please?
I'm going last because I'm the least sneaky.
Okay. I think Firemore will be at the front.
Lincoln will go dead center.
Okay, doke.
Horvath
Theo will be-
probably toward the front.
Front. Okay. And Theo back between Lincoln and Rhea.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, doke. Right. So, you quietly make your way into the stairway, and the dark rock only helps the spell and aids in your stealthy ascent up. Descent into Avernus, ascent up the stairs. As you make your way, curling ground. Clearly, this stairway follows the exterior of the tower, curling up around, and you still hear those noises. You still hear those strange, kind of deep rumbling growls and the sounds of Krull experimenting or doing something up above. And as the stairway curls around, it opens up onto a floor higher up. You would guess you're probably about halfway up the tower at this point. There's not a bunch of different floors. And you see that to the side, the tower has been destroyed. Maybe it was hit by one of those meteors that flies from the sky from time to time, or one of the dragons got a bit rambunctious, you're not sure. But there's a large chunk of the wall missing, and it is open to the exterior, and you see this next floor of the tower. And I shall bring you over. As you stealthily approach and are able to observe the scene without alerting the people.
Like
So, as you stealthily come up to the top of the stairs, where they're also crumbling away, you have to be slightly careful at the top there, as it's missing a chunk and open, as I said, to the wind howling outside. You see Krull working away at a bench with all sorts of alchemical apparatus, and you see on top of a tripod, resting in some sort of eldritch clamp. There's like some kind of eldritch energy holding it, hovering in the midst of these strange kind of crystalline apparatus. You see the Dragonstone. Dragonstone? What was it called? What was it called?
That sounds right.
Right, that Firemore gave them? Sorry, mental block.
It was. No, it wasn't Tiamat's tears. That's what he got.
Yes, in return, yeah. No, he. Yeah, you see the fantastic crystal. This wonderful, this amazing dragon-controlling, dragon-infused crystal jewel that Firemore had given to them, as it seems Krull is desperately trying to work on this artifact and harness its power so that Arcan can use it with the hand of Vecna, which he is controlling, to try and free Tiamat from her prison.
He's like, yes, my master will be pleased once we've figured out just how to tap the energies within. Isn't that right?
And he looks over to his left, and you see the source of these throaty growls as a large blue dragon. But still young.
No!
Okay.
A young blue dragon, large-sized, is sat. You can see it's on the map there. Yep, is sat on its haunches, looking at the process and looking out of the window nearby. And that's also the source of that crackling kind of electric energy that you heard as lightning plays across its surface. And from around the corner, you can also hear something else skittering and moving, but you can't see it yet. What do you do?
Can I make a perception check?
Say again?
See if I can see what that... Or is it just completely outside?
Yes, just that.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see what that thing is?
No, this part here is the connected to the tower above, so you are still in the stairwell. You'd have to go up to the top of the stairs there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
Feel free to move yourselves. I'll assume that Firemore's still at the front now. I'll move him to catch up later.
Okay.
I mean,
So right
Rhea
now-
would be timid and she's stealthy. She'd be staying where she's at.
Okay.
So right now, the main intention is
Lincoln's gonna default to.
Go ahead. What's
Yep.
Lincoln gonna default to?
Hovin or Theo.
Okay. So Theo, you were saying?
Main intention here is just grab the amulet, grab the book, get out, right?
I believe so.
Fair enough. Alright then. What I'm going to do is if I take a look at this area. Okay.
Let me just.
I'm gonna
get a nice picture of Krull to show everybody. This is amazing total death cleric.
Okay.
You kind of want him in the band, Link.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oop.
there we go.
Hello?
There he is.
I've
It's
got
such good art.
an idea.
Yeah.
I have a spell that I can plant that will cover Krull and the blue dragon.
Are you having this conversation right where you are, or are you dropping back down? Because Pass Without a Trace will only go so far.
Right.
It's not silence.
Ooh. Oh wait, no, silence is gonna make
Yeah.
everyone quiet.
Probably
Never mind.
I would like Corvin would gesture like let's come back down a little bit.
Okay. Sure.
Firemore steps carefully, guarding your retreat as you lower down and whisper to each other. You can talk normally, but we'll say you're whispering, of course.
Yeah. What's your idea, Hovin?
I've got a spell that can at least affect what we see.
What we see.
Catch them by surprise. Well, right, but not what we hear.
What?
So we'll be able to see the whole area, or
No, just Krull and the dragon.
you can see them.
Be a bit more specific for us.
I have a spell that I can lay over most of this floor.
Okay.
What does it do?
I've only used it once before, but it does radiant. It's a radiant light. And
Okay.
I think it could give us an advantage.
Orban.
If you think it's useful.
At least as like I guess a sneak attack.
Orban. This is... And your spell will come up use. But I need to ask another question.
Sure.
Do you have an idea where the book that you need to retrieve is?
I know what it's called. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should try to look for the book before we mount a defense, or an offense rather.
Okay. Do you have any way to do that? Like, is there a way you could ascertain the book's location without getting close to it?
Hold on.
Because, Orban, if you're able to figure out where that book is, that's all I need you to do. Is do that radiant light you speak of, and you all need to grab the book. I will take care of the amulet.
It will take some time, but I do have a way to get some information.
What might that be?
The books that I have in my possession allow me to appeal to some greater knowledge about items or persons or places. But it might take about 10 minutes. I don't think we have that kind of time.
Then we grab the amulet and we make haste towards where we believe the book to be. Orban,
What if? No, sorry.
question. Will this light hinder me in any way?
Yes,
That's
that's the problem. Well, a problem.
Alright then.
Hmm.
Then without the light, save your spells. I have an idea where I can make it swiftly without them seeing.
Oh,
What if I could make all of us go bye-bye, like disappear?
that would be something else.
Because, like, well, you say you need 10 minutes, right? One,
Yeah,
2, 3. Oh no! Firemore!
Yeah.
Hang on. No, I can do it. I can do it.
Fuck.
Look, guys. Firemore, I had a moment. I apologize. Right. This would wipe me out pretty hard. But it's probably worth it if it means we get this done. Exactly what you describe, Horvin, in that we let Theo go and try and make a grab for the amulet. You go ahead and try and get to the book. Then
Orb of Dragonkind. I found it.
that's it.
Orb of Dragon. Okay. And then, once we have the amulet, right, we're like, oh my god, they can see us. They're going to attack us and follow us. You're not going to have time. Well, I can turn us invisible, and then we can follow to you. They won't know where to go. Find us. I mean, that's obviously assuming that the book is a separate location from this main room.
Right.
Firemore's like, should we steal the orb? It's gonna make Tiamat even angrier.
Is that what you want?
Oh, I don't want to speak for Josh.
Yeah.
I was talking to Horvin in that moment.
Oh, sorry.
Horvin, rather. He would turn and be like, hey, Horvin, is that what you want?
It certainly makes the most sense. I mean, they're trying to use the orb to free Tiamat.
Rhea, you're just like.
Right, let's get it.
What?
That's.
You mean?
Hey,
You know,
Rhea.
I wasn't
Those-
sure 'cause-
A
Those
lot
are
of
all
shit's
those are all
going
names
on.
those are all names you definitely know from
Okay.
from training and the like and god stuff.
Well,
God stuff.
well, dang. I would have been. I just don't know what Rhea knows yet.
I mean, something as famous as that, yeah, you would know.
So,
So, we're just getting a book. We're not stopping anyone.
If we can help it.
We can help it. We're not stopping them from unleashing Tiamat on the underworld.
as long as we retrieve that orb, we should be fine.
It'll at least slow them down.
Okay, it's getting complicated. Is there an... Can I just clarify, John? Is there an amulet and an orb, or is it one thing?
Just one orb, yeah.
One orb, no Okay, cool. So, an orb book. The book you say is going to take 10 minutes to free.
It'll take
Yes or
10
no?
minutes to attempt to find its location.
Then we do that now. They don't know we're here.
Now, Horvin, you know that if you get close enough, you would expect one of your feathers to do the rest of the work.
Listen,
Ah, that's true.
if we want
Theo?
to make it out of here as fast as we can, I'm going to need you all to search for that book. And
Mm-hmm.
when you're close to it, when you're ready to grab it and go, give me a signal. I'll know what it is, and I'll make my move.
We can do that.
Yeah. But I probably won't leave you to fight that thing alone. You definitely. That's a track.
There won't be any fighting
So-
needed. I promise you that, Lincoln.
John, I'm so sorry, but I do have to bow out. I have to get up in 4 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, stream. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Lincoln will just say this. Right, what? It looks like we've got a semblance of a.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright, you all make haste and be careful, okay? Like I said, I'll know what the signal is, and I'll make my move. Just as soon as you make the signal, just make for the exit. I promise I'll meet you all there.
You got
Yo,
it.
Theo, have you thought this? Just checking
I have.
every detail.
Lincoln,
Uh-huh.
I know it's been hard with everything we've gone through so far, but this one, I'm going to need all of your trust for this.
Cut to 20 minutes later. Let's get the fuck out of here! Dragons coming in.
like that scene in the first Shrek movie, like, oh!
Yep.
Sorry.
All
John.
right.
I have to head out too. I gotta get up.
Well, hold on to those thoughts then, as we shall leave things there, and we shall see how this plan unfurls next time. With Fireball to speak for himself, I hope.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, I was always curious, very curious how this is going to happen. I was, I'm kind of hoping for a dragon fight, to be honest, but we shall see. We shall see.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
We shall,
We'll see what
indeed.
happens.
I do like to see all
Yeah, you
these
could have
spells
one.
and things being used as well. Also good, also good. Right, okay, now, thank you very, very much. And thank you for the subs today and everything, and coming on by to watch this interesting episode of our travels through Avernus. And so good to have Stiff back and having her play Rhea Mantlemorn. I was so happy. I wanted to see where that character would go and what happened there, and not just leave her in Elturel. Now, do join us again next week. I'm afraid there will not be an Icewind Dale session on Tuesday, as my son is having his entrance ceremony into junior high school,
Oh.
and we'll be doing that. But later on in that week, we will be down in the Abyss with our new member, Corbin. What is Corbin all about? And then it will be in Barovia. Wow, then there were 3. Don't worry, I've got all possibilities ready. Then, yes, we will be in the Underdark, the Abyss, and then later on, back in Barovia, as the group managed to escape from Castle Ravenloft, and they are now stuck in the woods of Barovia at night. Let us see how that works out. Then, next Friday, we shall see what happens with this glorious plan of theirs. A bit further afield in the future, April 17th, we have oh, and it's back.
Not bad.
It's okay. On April 17th, we have a one-shot with Humbleword, our favourite streamers over there, Quiz Junkies UK and Carney Sideshow, also somewhere around in the chat there, will be joining us with the amazing RNG and friends, as we have a one-shot of humble folk dealing with not-so-humble problems, and that was going to be a barrel of laughs, so please join us for that. And then later on in May, keep your eyes open for a charity event that we are very proud to be joining the Games Tavern with, to play in that, I'm not sure if I told everyone this Avernus session will be their opening session of the event, because it is the first thing on the Friday morning, and we will be playing through, and we will be helping them close out the event as well with Icewind Dale, so come and join us for those two, and check out all of the other fantastic things that we are doing for charity, all for a good cause. No Kid Hungry on that weekend. More information to follow. Please give the channel a follow if you have not already, and also Twitter. All the information will be coming in due course. Now, we will have to leave you, dear friends, but let us stick around and have a little raid, shall we? Our good friends over at Geeks Codex are doing some maps and NPCs. Looks like they're playing around with that character creator. What's that? The model printing thing where you can make your character in the model thing?
Oh, Hero Forged.
Hero Forged, yes. Yes. So they're having some
I like that.
go with that, it seems. So let's go and have a swing on by there and see how they're doing. And do stick around. And if you got them, let those phoenixes fly as we will go a-raiding. And we will see all of you next time. Let me just get this typed in. Geeks Codex. And we will see you all next time. First in the Underdark, but all sorts of things coming on after that. So, a huge thank you for everyone that came by. And as we like to see around these parts, what are you assuming to say?
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.